Hey everybody in YouTube land, this is, I almost call myself the Farm Engineer, that's my old channel. This is Alex from Men Are Speaking. It's good to see you, or at least it would be if I could see you. I'm looking at a camera. I hope it's good for you to see me. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's almost Christmas. What a wonderful time of year. Anyways, on to the subject at hand, because I think this is kind of a no-brainer when you think about it. And most brilliant things are sort of these simple no-brainers, right? When you think about it. And I heard from a woman that women have more rods and cones in their eyes, which I believe is a scientific fact, I think, right? Let's say it is. And that is for picking out ripe fruit. And I thought, is it really? Because that seems like a kind of a trifling thing. It's not like men can't pick out ripe fruit. Also, if you're a day or so, all right, so let's say that color resolution, right? That color resolution, that delta, like let's say there's delta C sub R, right? Delta C sub R, that's your color resolution. Okay, that's the smallest amount of color change you can notice. How does that map to like ripeness in terms of days, like proximity of the, like, are you within a day now? Are you within a, I mean, it's not going to be more than a month. It's not like a man can't tell if a piece of fruit is ripe within a month, right? It's like, oh, he's a month off. If I picked it and I ruined it because I wasn't ripe. Like, if you ever seen like Asian dudes go grocery shopping, you absolutely know that we can figure out when stuff is ripe. Okay, we're always smacking on it like, oh, 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 like we got a dowsing rod for finding out ripe fruit. Dudes can find out what ripe fruit is. So first off, that premise is gone. Second off, is it actually that advantageous? Like, is that a inheritable trait that will give you an advantage in survival? Because evolution doesn't make us perfect. It makes us most likely to survive. And a lot of the things that we are very good at, like most humans don't need to be able to throw a ball and then hit like a small target on a tree that's moving, right? But our ancestors did. So all of us can kind of throw really well. Like I've never needed to throw anything in my life really to save my life, right? But I always do a 3-point shot to the trash can. I don't know why. It's a fun ability that we have that's probably vestigial, but it's fun to have it. Okay. When was there ever a time when knowing the color of fruit was going to be a life or death situation? Like if it's going to be like it's poisonous at this shade of red, but then you change it to this shade of red, and then it's a beautiful, wonderful fruit. I've never heard of a fruit that's like that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there is. If there is one in the comments, please let me know. But I just don't think there's that much evolutionary pressure to know when a piece of fruit is ripe within another, and a day or so more precision than a man, right? Also, if it was that important, then wouldn't everybody have it? No, what I think actually is important is that women are the child care, caregivers, right? They're actually kind of caregivers for everybody. You'll see that with a little, even when little girls are very small, they will play doctor, they will play nurse, they will try and like make the little doll feel better, right? Okay, so there's a natural caregiving aspect to women. I don't think that's very controversial. I think everybody would agree with that, okay? And if you don't agree with it, comments. So how does knowing color help you take care of someone? Okay, now we're on the right track here, right? So women are natural caregivers. That's not really controversial. Women do have better color resolution than men. I don't think that's controversial either. So how do those work together? Well, it turns out when your wife is in the paint aisle looking at 50 shades of beige and you can't tell or care about the slightly more yellow hued beige versus a slightly more red hued beige, she actually cares quite a bit. She's programmed to care because this was life and death. It was life and death for infants. It's life and death for adults, right? There is a very small color change that people have when they get ill. If someone's about to have heat stroke, like they haven't succumbed to it yet, they're about to. The woman might know to pull the guy off the line, pull the guy off of work, or go out and bring him some sort of fruit drink or some sort of juicy fruit for him to eat, right? Like when I'm out working on my farm, my wife will come out and bring me a little fruit tray, and that reinvigorates me quite a bit. It's actually better than, I don't know, some sort of energy drink or even just having electrolytes, right? There's something to it. Something about having easy to digest sugars that aren't too much. They don't like turbocharge you like processed sugars do, but they're nice natural sugars, gets you back in the fight. All the electrolytes that are in it as well gets you back in the fight, gets you back to working without being injured, because heat stroke will absolutely kill you. Heat stroke will absolutely kill you. That's just one ailment, right? We haven't even talked about bacteria. We haven't talked about viruses. We haven't talked about, I mean, even just you ate something and it's not sitting well, right? In a pre sanitation, like a pre-germ theory society, there's going to be stuff that's just, it almost seems like magic to you. And also diseases change over time. It just seems like magic to you as to why it's affecting you. You might have a stomach ailment and not really know it yet, but she'll know. She'll be able to tell there's something off with you. And that's usually how the instinct manifests. Is that the woman will look at a guy and she doesn't quite understand, but she knows like something's off with you. Something's off. Let me try this series of rituals. Here's the fruit ceremony. Here's the tea ceremony. Let's just try this one. Let's sit you into some shade ceremony, the relaxation ceremony. Let's get some air on you, that sort of stuff. And that's going to bring you back to health. And she's going to try stuff out. And she's just going to look at you, just going to say, something about him doesn't look right. Let me help him out. And women absolutely do look at skin color and pallor. If you go into a women's cosmetic store, which I've done before, sometimes I'm just curious about how they live. I got a big scripted video about how going into a cosmetic store has changed my view of women forever. But you'll notice that there is just a tremendous amount of detail on color. They are very sensitive to it. And if you ask them, they can't explain it. This is why I don't really talk to women about women, because women don't really understand themselves. It's better to actually just observe women and look at their revealed preferences to figure them out. Because if you ask them about something, they're going to tell you that their extra rods and cones for color resolution is for finding ripe fruit. And they don't think beyond that. They're just like, oh, I'm happy with it. There you go. Finding ripe fruit. Sure, ripe fruit. Why not? Whereas they don't really think beyond it. I've never heard anybody have this theory before. Maybe somebody has. It's certainly not in the popular parlance. But here it is. That's my theory and why I hold it. Women's ability to discern color to a higher precision than men is integral to their caretaking role. Yeah, and they love it. And that's why she spends extra time in the paint aisle. So next time your wife, by the way, your wife or girlfriend is in the paint aisle for like a freaking hour, just know that she's doing that. That's the instinct that's going to save your life. So just let her do it. As a matter of fact, maybe it's good. She can hone it in, right? So when your wife is agonizing over what shade of foundation, just know she's exercising some muscles here that are going to save your life someday, maybe, especially if you go outside and work hard, right? Which you should be doing. It's good for you. It's better than a gym. All right, that's enough of that. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff to help me out. I am in those for the long haul. I'll be doing videos at least once a week, but probably several times a week. I'll just be doing it for years in complete obscurity, because that's kind of how YouTube works. You do stuff in complete obscurity until you find an audience, or the audience finds you, really. And then, you see where it goes. Honestly, I just like vlogging and getting my ideas out there. It's a bit cathartic for me. So thank you so much for your support. By the way, I've gotten some amazing compliments from you guys. You guys are too nice. And it makes me just want to do more of it, okay? So if positive feedback means positive results, again, it goes into my feedback loop, I will make more of the kind of content that you guys like, because I like making all this stuff, So enjoy. I have not hit my live streaming video game slop arc just yet. Maybe I can only dream. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, okay? Have a wonderful Christmas. See your family. If you don't have any family, then do something for yourself. All right. Have a good one. Bye.